friends, I hope you're doing really well and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new here. But I am so incredibly excited for today's video because I have just handed in a pretty big deadline. I'm currently working on a new picture book project and I managed to hand in 4 different cover sketches today. Hopefully the team will like at least one, if not all of the sketches, but to celebrate, I thought that I would spend some time going outside today. The last couple of days I've been stuck indoors doing these cover sketches, so I've been craving sitting out in the sun and doing some really good reading because I feel like I haven't been able to read properly in ages. So all in all, I really just want to take myself out on a solo day and treat myself to a couple of things. So I've jotted on my phone that I would like to buy a new book today and read by the riverside. There's also a brand new bakery that I've been wanting to check out, so hopefully I might grab a pastry or two there. And I also have a couple of chores to do, so I'm actually going to be going on holiday in 2 days to Portugal with some friends, but I have to buy a couple travel size items for the trip as well as drop off my library books before they expire whilst I'm on holiday. I actually have my bag all packed and ready to go. There's a lot of things and it's very heavy because of the library books in there, but I am so ready and excited. So I hope you guys are also ready, and do go grab yourself a cozy drink. My plan is to go and get some matcha today, but without further ado, let's get going. I actually spent a lot longer than I'd initially planned to at the library because after dropping off my 4 library books, I wanted to see what else they had, and I was really happy to discover several that caught my eye. I do feel like I have learnt my lesson from last time because I only managed to finish 2 of the 4 books that I'd borrowed, and since I have lots of books anyways at home waiting to be read, I decided to only take 1 book home with me this time. I was really happy to find a copy of Will Prescribe You a Cat, which is a Japanese book that I always catch myself eyeing at bookshops, and I've always been interested in reading it, and the tagline is "A cat a day keeps the doctor away," which is so cute. So we'll see if I manage to read it before I have to return it this time, but hopefully I do, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. After visiting Uniqlo, I decided it was time to pop by Waterstones, and I was really excited to see so many new and exciting titles that were released and on the shelves. I actually wanted to spend more time at the bookshop, but I knew that the sun was already starting to set and I did really want to read outside, so I tried to move as quickly as possible. I did come with the intention of buying 1 book and 1 book in mind specifically, but there were so many books that I really wanted to read, and one of them is Yesteryear, which I feel like everybody is talking about, and I'm getting a bit of book FOMO not reading it, but it can wait for me a little bit longer. And I ended up leaving with just 1 book, and that was the book that I had gone in with the intention of buying, so I was pretty proud of myself. Hey friends, I am currently at Kingston Riverside and it's honestly so beautiful out today. I can't believe I get to spend an hour or so just sitting here. It's definitely quite windy here in the shade, but on the other side of the river the sun is setting and it's absolutely gorgeous. But I managed to grab myself this iced blueberry matcha latte from a new bakery in Kingston called Zega. It was supposed to be like a cafe bakery, but unfortunately, as much as I wanted one of their baked goods, they were fully sold out of anything that was vegan, and I'm dairy free, so yeah, I couldn't pick up anything, which was such a shame. But I am really enjoying this iced blueberry matcha latte. You guys will have also seen me picking up a book from Waterstones, and I ended up going with Minbak by Ella Lee. I talked briefly about how this was on my spring TBR for this year, but the reason why I decided to go for this one as opposed to anything else was because it's this month's book club pick with my friends. By the way, I really want to do an online book club with you guys, but the only problem is that I am so busy right now. I don't think I could consistently read another book. I do already have like a name picked out and everything and like a concept, and I really want to start it with you guys. I just don't quite have the yoyu, which means like the freedom or like the space of mind to do that quite yet. But hopefully within this year I'll start a book club for you guys. But in the meantime, the book club I have with my friends, we ended up voting for minbak for April and May. But this book is supposed to follow 3 generations of women, I believe, from Incheon in South Korea to London, which is like the most perfect blend of my identity. For those of you who don't know, my parents are South Korean, but they met here in London, and so I was born and raised here with my siblings. Thankfully, the Waterstones I visited had exactly 1 copy of this book left, and it also happens to be signed by the author, which is really exciting. It's actually getting a little bit chilly here in the shade with my iced matcha latte, but I am determined to spend a good maybe half an hour at least reading this book. I was actually planning on reading Sense and Sensibility, but I am a little bit distracted by this brand new book, so I do want to get started with this before I go on holiday. The reason I wanted to sit here and do a bit of reading outside was because I have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed lately. I've been spending so much time on my phone, procrastinating and doom scrolling, and I just feel like my brain is rotting. So I wanted to take myself outside and just declutter my brain, de-rot my brain, spend some time getting lost in a book, which I haven't been able to do properly in quite some time. So if there's a book that you've been meaning to read, or you just want to grab a book and just start reading a couple of pages, then do go grab it and let's do a bit of reading together.
Wait, let's go to this building. Let's go to this building. Because no, I want to see if...
So I've only just read like the first pages and already I can tell that I'm going to love the writing. Oh, it's just written so beautifully. But the reason why I've stopped is because I want to move to a sunnier, warmer patch. I'm getting extremely cold in the shadows of these gorgeous trees. So yeah, I'm going to go on the hunt for someplace a little bit warmer. So I've come to a different park because this one is a lot bigger and previously there just weren't any spots that I could sit and be comfortable and warm in. I'm really hoping that this is going to be a new 5-star read or just a new favourite read of mine because I am loving it so much and I've only basically just started it. I'm definitely going to go home and like start highlighting things because there are already some quotes here that I want to note down. I'm so absorbed by this book and I'm a little worried that I'm just going to be thinking about it the whole time I'm on holiday because I very much doubt that I can finish this before Saturday, which is the day after tomorrow, and I just don't think that I'll be carrying a hardback on holiday with me when I can only carry a small bag. But the sun is setting here in Richmond Park. It's so stunning. I've said that so many times now. And so I think I'm going to do a little bit more reading, enjoy this view, and then start heading back home. This moment of calm and having a solo date has been just so good for me before I go on holiday and things get even more hectic after the week coming back because I'll be having a lot of work to catch up on. Work has been super hectic lately, trying to get everything done before I go to Portugal. So yeah, this moment of calm and getting to spend a solo date with myself has just been really wonderful for me. So if it's been a while since you've taken yourself out, then go and take it as a sign from me to spend some time doing the things that you love. One of the things that stood out to me as soon as I started minbak was how relatable it was. One of the quotes that I sticky tabbed is about a woman called Hannah, who is our main protagonist, or one of our main protagonists. And she is Korean but has moved to the UK, and the quote is about how she's struggling to grasp British culture when it comes to language. The quote goes, "She couldn't help but be direct. She knew English but not the ways of the English. The need to cushion basic facts with fluff. Polite but not kind." And I couldn't help but conjure memories of me in primary school trying to figure out how to be more British. And I'd grown up in a Korean household. My primary school was predominantly white, and I was one of the only non-white kids in my class, so I definitely stood out in that kind of way. But so began what is probably a lifelong dilemma between figuring out my British and Korean identity. Being too Korean made me stand out at school, but being too English made me stand out amongst my fellow Koreans. And I know that I'm not the only one who goes through this, because it seems to be the general experience of the entire Asian diaspora in the West. But all of that's to say that I was definitely immersed in the particular Korean and British relationship that's explored in this book, and it definitely made me feel seen as well in many different ways. So I'm having a really wonderful time reading it, and I'm so happy that my friends and I voted on this book. There's a lot of it left for me to finish, but based off what I've read, I would recommend it. I just found a spider crawling over me, so I feel like that's a sign for me to wrap up the video here. I'm definitely gonna go home and read some more of minbak because I am utterly sold, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted either in the next couple of videos or over on Instagram. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and for being here with me. I'll definitely film whilst in Porto as well, so hopefully the next video you guys watch will be a Porto diaries. But my bus is coming in 2 minutes, so I definitely need to go catch that, and I'll see you all soon in the next cozy video. Bye friends.